me like, sheesh. I mean, for real, like on a for real note though, like straight up. I even watched like the multiplayer reveal trailer and I was still like, I don't like, okay.
Yeah, wow, 2 minutes of Warzone.
Yeah, 2 minutes of people killing each other with power-ups only. But then you sent me the multiplayer overview ViDoc, and dude, I watched that shit like just about an hour ago, and I was like, oh,
That was much better. Yeah.
okay, dog.
Subject matter.
Yeah, like, okay, we got some stuff to unpack here, and it's all, in my opinion, I watched this, I heard the design philosophy that was the seems to be the driving force behind their decision making, and like seeing it play out in practice in the gameplay, I'm like, okay, like, whoa.
What is Halo multiplayer? And for me, it boils down to this tight arena style combat and big team battle, this wide open, vehicle infused kind of combat. We're taking that awesome legacy or classic Halo combat experience and modernizing it in ways that'll feel fresh to old players and really exciting to new players.
The toughest challenge, I think, was really about how do we respect the legacy of what came before us, but still build something that feels new.
We've tried to bring all these elements of legacy and really inject them into Halo Infinite, not just like in a way where you kind of won't notice it, where you feel like, oh, they really designed this to be a celebration of previous Halo, as well as an iteration of where Halo can go next.
They all seem to be really on their shit, like, no lie.
Yeah.
Just they got the fundamentals down. You know what I mean? Like, and that I think is what really comes across in this, and that makes me excited.
Going back to like what is the core foundation of what made the great Halo multiplayer arena matches great.
So like on the topic of the equipment and particularly the grapple hook, like it's a piece of like equipment that is picked up by a single player. It's something that's going to be fought over on the map. So it's not like everyone's going to have a grapple hook and everyone's going to be doing it all the time.
Yeah, there might be a lot of new power-ups and stuff that it's a more robust power-up system, but you're gonna have to work for those power-ups. You're not going to be able to hit a button and it's going to drop at your fucking feet like in Halo 4 or something.
And he even alluded to the whole,
Halo, it's really about fair and balanced starts. So everybody's on equal footing when they come off the rip. And then once they start running around, it's about scavenging. It's about finding new toys and kind of developing your playstyle as you run through the match.
Honestly, not expect there to be loadouts in the game.
Yeah, there was no indication of like loadouts or custom classes. We get no indicate. We only get the contrary. I'm fine with those not. I'm fine with those not returning.
It seems like they're really trying to take the classic Halo experience and modernize it. Instead of trying to completely change the way the game feels or plays, they're just trying to modernize the existing template that had been used in the first decade of Halo, not so much in the second. It looks fun. The gameplay in the ViDoc it looked really smooth. It looked you know what I'm saying? Like
too.
The gameplay it looked really smooth. It didn't look clunky. And it also didn't look like it was too fast. And that was one of the things that concerned me with the multiplayer reveal trailer, was they made everything look really, really fast and really complicated. Yeah, it looks cool, but the practicality of that, like, how often that actually happens versus, I don't know. I feel like the multiplayer reveal trailer was not indicative of what the typical multiplayer experience is actually going to be like for the average player. But what you see in the 10-minute kind of breakdown video seems a lot more like what you would actually expect to get on a game-to-game basis when you're playing matchmaking games.
That was totally my impression as well. I look at that reveal as like, oh, this is the sizzle reel. This is that sizzle trailer that's supposed to just be like, bam, bam, bam. But that multiplayer overview, like that's truly what I think more what we can expect. And what I get from that, I mean, I get like, you know, right down to the movement speed, right down to like every time you see this huge wide angle shot of all the mayhem going on, what I'm not seeing is like fucking jetpacking and thruster packs and like tons of advanced movement mechanics. Like I'm seeing like, it looks like a duck, it's quacking like a duck. Like I'm seeing some, as they are putting it, legacy style Halo multiplayer. Like every shot I see, there's nothing that I'm seeing where I'm like, ooh, that's scary. At a glance, I'm like, oh, this is a familiar vibe. You know what I mean? And that vibe is of that legacy Halo experience. I don't look at what's going on screen. I don't really feel like I'm looking at Halo 5 or even Halo 4. I'm feeling like I'm watching Halo Reach or like Halo 3 gameplay, some middle ground between 3 and Halo Reach, which if they strike a balance that's like all the good parts of both of those kinds of Halo experiences, dude, oh, we got a lot of gaming to do, dog. Like,
right.
That's a fucking crazy sick experience if they nail that. You can show me a bunch of tech demos and pretty on rails fucking slow looking around a vista and a map that you made that looks nice, but like at the end of the day, if you don't have the right design philosophy as a unit, as a team, to like bring all that to life in a way that's fun, then, you know, what's it all for? Like, I don't really care. And so this is really the first indication I feel we've gotten from 343 where it, to me, is saying like they hear it and they're here for it to like answer those calls and to deliver. You know what I mean? Like they really, their heads are in the right place.
This is kind of the last chance for them.
Yeah.
I kind of imagine. So they're definitely putting their all into this. I would say that after what I've seen today, without actually getting to play the game yet, it definitely seems like, as much as it hurt at the time, them delaying the game by a year was in the best interest of everyone.
110%.
They would have given us a much poorer quality game, and I think that it would have failed, honestly. Just seeing where the game was a year ago and where it is now, there's just no way I think that they were prepared for the release, and now it seems like at this point they're just putting the finishing touches on the game. So
it looks polished. I will say, like, it just looks polished. You know what I mean? Like, even in this pre-release footage that they're showing, like there's just a level of polish there that was not there in that tech demo we saw a year ago. To me, it's honestly pretty staggering how far the game looks like it has come since our initial gameplay reveal, quote unquote. I almost want to put air quotes over that gameplay reveal, because at this point, I think we kind of know it was barely a gameplay reveal and more of just a smoke and mirrors type deal, which, hey man, the Halo franchise has done to us before. You know, I'm not saying that's uncharacteristic or just a 343 thing. Bungie did it almost goddamn every E3, but you know, like it just shows like a level of polish that absolutely wasn't there before. It's wild. Like the game looks fucking tight now, like visually, graphically.
Yeah, it looks
wild
stunning.
How far it's come. Like it looks so good, and it's that kind of next gen polish that really makes me like, damn, I kind of want to like, I'm gonna upgrade my PC and get the full experience. It's polished in a way that is just, it's juicy and it just looks and feels sticky. You know what I mean? Like it just keeps emanating that quality from everything I see, where I just want to get my hands on it, dude. You know what I mean? Like I just want to get in the ring. Like we got Forge confirmed, we got Theater confirmed, we got all these things that it's just all pointing to this like robust, long-term retention of players as a main focus, that I'm full well expecting this team of software engineers to create an experience that's going to suck me in. You know what I mean? Like I want to get had by this game, like for all intents and purposes.
From what I've seen, it's just it's just a short little video, not a ton of gameplay, not getting to play the game. It looks really good. It looks like it's about ready to ship, which is fantastic because this game has been eagerly anticipated, and they haven't given an exact release date yet, but they keep saying holiday 2021. With that in mind, the clock is ticking, right? I mean, you've got less than half a year now at most until this game is out in the hands of the players, and I'm concerned. I hear the excitement in your voice. Like, I can hear it in your voice when you're talking about it. I am concerned, and my main concern at this point is if this game is as good as I'm hoping it is, and as good as they're, talking about it being, how am I going to have time to do anything else? Right?
No, that's
and that's my main concern. So,
dude, that's all that's going through my mind. I'm like, how am I going to revamp my schedule? Like, what am I going to have to cut out of my life?
Right. Am I dropping out of college?
Am I limiting gym time? Yeah, like...
Right.
Am I taking a demotion at work so I have less responsibilities? Like, what am I going to have to do?
Going part-time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Bro, like, and in terms of content, dude, like, as a content creator, like, I'm seeing, like, some endless, like, I know I've been on that COD shit. I mean, not recently, but like I was. And honestly, dude, like I got bored with the COD coverage because it's, and like, what the fuck's happened with COD in the last however many months since I haven't released a video? Like, nothing's even happened anyway. It's not like I even missed anything. Like,
right. I mean, we still don't even have a release date for the new Call of Duty, so.
Yeah, like, it's like, dude, I mean, yeah, I haven't uploaded a video, but it's like, what the fuck's there to cover, dude? I'm honestly just waiting for Infinite to come out. I'm waiting for anything to change with COD. That's not happening very fast. Like, all that's coming out is reskins, new skins, and remakes, for Cold War. Like, I'm not gonna fucking move my schedule around right now to cover them adding firing range back to the fucking game. Like, yeah, it's cool, we've played firing range before. Like, I don't know.
Sure. Well, and then the other thing that is that there was really nothing happening with Halo. I mean, it was very quiet.
Yeah.
For a while.
Now we can see why. I mean, goddamn. Thank you for watching and listening. Subscribe if you want to see more Halo. If you want to see more, probably trashing on Call of Duty, and more, an elevation of praise of Halo. If you haven't dug the criticism of Halo that you've heard, I think we might be seeing a bit of a turning point there. So, jump on the ship while we're getting steam going here, and I think it's going to be a crazy 2021. Thanks so much. We'll see you on the next one.
Sure.